Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were marginally up about 0.15 to 0.38%. The factory output number was slightly weaker than expectations, and in terms of other corporate development, HSBC reported extremely good set of numbers for the quarter at about $4.53 billion, which is much better than market expectations. The 10-year bond yields continue to hover around about 2.6. Talking about the European markets too were up about 0.3 to almost about 0.45%. In fact, the Eurozone manufacturing PMI number came in at about 51.3, which was better than the previous quarter, which was at about 51.1. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, most of the markets are showing a bit of weakness. Nikkei had actually started off with a positive gain of almost about 0.35%, but now it's showing a weakness of almost about 0.22. Hang Seng also is down about 0.78%. So most of the markets are starting off on a weak note, and SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open up around 3 points down, so almost flattish kind of a move. In fact, we are just about 40 points away from the all-time high intraday basis that we registered at about 6357. In terms of flows, friends, FIs were net buyers to the tune of about 186 crore on 1st November. The domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of 424 crore, and in the index futures, the FIs were buyers to the tune of 465 crore. Overall sentiment in our own markets continues to be good. We have managed to close at an all-time high level. It remains to be seen how soon are we able to surpass the intraday high of about 6357 or thereabouts. But since the flows have slowed down, one will have to be a little cautious about the momentum per se, and one should be a little selective about the stocks that you are buying into. On that note, let me invite Shaival to take us through important F&O cues and ideas that we could have from the F&O side.
Good morning friends, and first of all I'd like to wish you a very happy Diwali and a prosperous new year. Friends, in Friday's trade we have seen some long positions taking place in the market, as around 3.65 lakh shares were added in open interest with a significant increase in the cost of carry. Now talking about the PCR ratio, it has increased marginally from 1 to 1.07, as we've seen some good amount of activity taking place on the options front, specifically on the put side. Now the current option matrix has been suggesting that after 6,300 call option, 6,400 is the one which is having the highest number of shares in the open interest, and 6,500 and 6,600 call option is the one which is having good amount of activity in open interest. Now on the put side, friends, we've seen that 6,200, 6,100 put options are pretty active, followed by 5,900 put option. And what we have seen is that the implied volatility has remained almost flattish to positive. The overall bias for the market is positive, and we feel that the buying may continue to emerge in the market at lower levels. The current weekly VWAP is at 6250. As we are trading about this, our bias for the market is positive, and on higher side, probably what we feel for this week, the target would be 6,400, 6,450 for the market. From intraday perspective, one can go long on Divi's Lab with a stop loss of 982 rupees 70 paisa. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. First of all, Cognizant would be announcing its numbers for the quarter of June to September, and where the numbers are likely to be much better than market expectations. And the expectation is that the dollar revenue growth is likely to be about 4.5% on a sequential basis. This would have some kind of a positive impact for some of the Indian IT companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, HCL Tech and Tech Mahindra. So watch out for some positive action in some of these Indian IT companies. In Apollo Tyre, some more development as the US-based Cooper Tire has reached a tentative agreement with the worker unions on its manufacturing facilities. We don't have too much of details about the tentative agreements that the company management has entered into. But in case these talks are revived, then this could be a bit of a negative for Apollo Tyres, as we've seen this Apollo Tyre stock really running up as this deal has actually fallen through. State Bank is looking at raising about 9,000 crore through a QIP. That's the indications coming out from the management, and it remains to be seen finally at what price they are able to do it. And Dabur has forayed into the packaged milkshake market with the launch of its real fruit shakes under the same brand under which they are currently selling the fruit juices. Coal India has actually fallen short of its target for the output, and it came in at about 35.03 million tons as against its target of almost about 40.82 million tons. So a bit of a negative for the Coal India stock. And Dr. Reddy's lab is set to take its complex anti-blood clot drug injection is likely to be launched, which is a generic version. Coming to the stock specific ideas, Novelis has announced a price increase on its aluminum automotive sheet products in the North America. The price increase would be about $0.11. This is a positive thing for Hindalco, so one can go long there with a stop loss of 113.5 and a target of about 119 to about 122. Renuka Sugar, some positive developments as the sources familiar with the matter say that Wilmar is keen on buying a stake in Renuka Sugar, which is grappling with its high debt of almost about 8,400 crores. So one can go long on Renuka with a stop loss of 22 and a target of about 23.5. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.